Before I start this video, I just need it to be known that I've been doing the people's eyebrow way before The Rock made it cool, because it got me out of a lot of trouble. Whenever my mom would get mad at me for doing dumb shit or fighting with my brother, I could just make her laugh by giving her the eyebrow. It really works. It worked for me until he made it cool. I just want to throw that out there. But the reason why we're talking about The Rock today is because of this photo right here. This photo has been absolutely blowing up my timeline. Everyone's posting the same copy pasta. What happened to The Rock? Because he's lost about 50 to 60 pounds, which is a lot of weight to lose when you're someone as big as The Rock. I mean, The Rock is a big dude, right? And we've seen him at his biggest in the Fast and Furious movies too, right? But losing 50 to 60 pounds, and also he's wearing a baggy shirt here, which is made very obvious. There's a video of him actually walking around with Emily Blunt. Like, even though he's lost that weight, like, he is still a big guy, but he had to lose all this weight for the newest movie that he's doing. If you guys don't know what it's called yet, it's called The Smashing Machine. He's playing MMA legend Mark Kerr, and they paint the picture right here. The role requires not just muscle mass, but authentic fight conditioning, stamina, and a leaner, more battle-worn physique. So if he's going to play an MMA fighter, and he's going to start trying to move away from just being the big, bald dude, you know, with tough guy phrases in movies, he's going to have to change his physique a little bit. And also, too, guys, The Rock is over 50, just like Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista is like 56 years old. Yeah, 56 years old. Granted, he deflated a lot. Dave Bautista used to be a massive monster. In fact, when this post came out, this photo came out, I only saw from the neck down. And I'm like, why are they putting this photo of this lady next to, you know, an old photo of Dave Bautista? And then I looked up and I saw the beard and I was like, wow, he lost a lot of weight. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything. It's just obvious. It's very obvious that he lost a ton of muscle mass, and we were already starting to see, you know, a bit of that muscle mass going away in Guardians of the Galaxy, which will be interesting if he plays Drax again. Obviously being much more deflated here. I wonder what they'll do to try to make him kind of look the same if he does the role again. But I've met Bautista. He's a really big, tall dude. Back in 2015, well, I think filming was 2014, I had a walk-on role on this movie right here called Heist. And I actually ended up having lunch quite a few times with Dave Bautista and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which was a lot of fun for me because I'm a huge Supernatural fan. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan is the father of the Winchester boys, right? If you guys are Supernatural fans. And this movie was actually really good. You guys should check it out. You might not recognize me because I had my head shaved. I played Sergeant Thomas Forbes. And all my speaking lines, and there was like 4 maybe, were with Mark Paul Gosselaar. I got to meet Gina Carano. A lot of really famous people were in this movie. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, getting back to The Rock, the problem with him is that he's been getting a ton of backlash lately for just a lot of the stupid shit he's been doing. I started hearing about it. I don't really pay too much attention to celebrity news unless it's celebrities that I really enjoy in movies, which I guess is probably most people. But I always remember there being like fights between him and Vin Diesel on set. Like The Rock was calling Vin Diesel a pussy, and you know, Vin Diesel was pissed because The Rock would come on set and basically was trying to change a lot of his lines and trying to get more airtime than everybody else. And apparently The Rock has like these things written into his contract where, you know, he's not allowed to lose a fight or something like that. Like, Hollywood is wild because everything is about image. So, but I started hearing about those types of things. I didn't really care because, I mean, he's always known for playing the same role. The big, tough guy, baldy, huge, muscular guy, right? But that's why I would watch his movies. I think he does a good job playing that role. But as of recently, especially with like the WWE, this is what really kicked things off for me. You know, fans were really pissed off about him inserting himself into the Cody Rhodes storyline. With Roman Reigns. I'm not a huge WWE fan, but my cousin Corey is probably the biggest fan you'll ever meet in your life. In fact, he's blind. He's been blind his whole life. And just from hearing the music and the sound effects, he can tell you who's on TV, what they're doing. Like, it's insane watching WWE with him. But The Rock has actually been recently put on the board. I'll show it right here. The TKO group board, the governing body of WWE and UFC. He now holds the Rock trademark, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, so maybe this is why he's doing the MMA movie, but basically he's on the board, and he wasn't doing so hot in the movies, and he decided to insert himself in the storyline, and then the fan backlash was so bad that he had to then, I guess, remove himself from the storyline. I could be, messing this whole story up. I'm sorry if I am, but that's what I remember about it, because the fans really rallied behind Cody Rhodes and they felt like The Rock was trying to take away his chance at the title. But that's when things really started spiraling out of control that I noticed. There was all these dumb things coming out about him, like pissing in water bottles on set to save time. Imagine being a TA on set and The Rock's like, here's my bottle of piss, go dump that out for me. And he's so worried about saving time that when he was filming the red one, that he was constantly 7 to 8 hours late, which is like a full working day, to show up on set to film the movie. Ended up increasing the budget by like 50 million, which is insane. And then he also got a lot of pushback because he was talking about how the red one was so good that he was inspired when he went to go see Oppenheimer in IMAX, and it was such a great movie. He was like, wow, the red one should also be in IMAX after seeing Oppenheimer there. And basically people were like, you're comparing your Christmas movie to Oppenheimer, like, what's wrong with you? And he kind of got a lot of shit for that. But what he gets the most shit for is this right here. And I actually think this is kind of hilarious, where he basically talks about going to In-N-Out Burger for the first time, like 4 or 5 times over the past like 5 or 6 years. I'm just going to play this video for you guys really quick because I think it's hilarious.
Rock can't stop lying about this one thing, but it's not what you think. The Rock recently shared it was his first time eating at popular food chain In-N-Out, which is shocking considering he's known to be the king of cheat meals. He once bragged about his dessert where he had brownies, blondies, peanut butter, chocolate chip, and double chocolate chip cookies with a fat slice of cheesecake. Sheesh. Recently he posted a video where he went to In-N-Out and ordered 3 burgers and 7 orders of fries, where he wrote in the caption, "My first ever In-N-Out experience." However, TMZ said The Rock previously claimed he went to In-N-Out for the first time in August of 2022, where he also posted an Instagram saying, "My first time ever eating In-N-Out." But it goes further. He claimed he visited In-N-Out for the first time all the way back in 2017, where he posted a selfie in the drive-thru. Weird. What's funny is in the recent video of him going, it's all about the employees' reactions to him pulling up, not at all about how it's his first time going like he said in the caption. Is he just forgetting or lying for some odd reason? And what would that reason be? Let us know in the comments.
Pretty wild. He just keeps lying about going to In-N-Out Burger, which is weird. So I think with all of the backlash that he's getting, The Rock understands, I mean, he's been in show business for a very long time, that he needs to reinvent himself if he wants to continue to have a career. Also, carrying all that muscle mass. I mean, guys, like, we're all 99.99999999999% sure these dudes are on gear, right? But we can't 100% confirm it. We don't have 100% proof. But, I mean, just calling the kettle black here, right? So yeah, he did lose a lot of muscle mass. Still a pretty big dude. What I'm noticing though is because he's losing so much mass in his upper body, it's making his gut stick out more because he's probably had a gut for a little bit of a while now with all the gear that he's on, all the stuff that he's running, which is my opinion on the matter, right? So you're going to see a softer looking Rock as he starts to do more of these roles. He's actually kind of looking more like he did back when I first saw him on the WWE, which is this photo here on the left, right? Like a softer version. So he's probably still running something to maintain, but this is his physique for the movie. And they talk about how in the movie, it was more than just muscle mass. If he wants to look like an authentic Mark Kerr, he's going to have to do some fighting, conditioning. He needs stamina. He has to be leaner. He needs a more battle-worn physique. And so he did take the training seriously. And I think this is probably going to help him bring a lot of his fan base back. A lot of his fan base, I think, is just tired of seeing him reprising the same character in every single role that he does. I mean, I'm actually, whether I like The Rock or not, I'm interested to see how well he does in this movie. And from what I understand, it's getting really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'll probably will watch it at some point. But they did show his workout routine. And I'll post a link to this article in the info section below if you guys want to check it out. But I mean, look here too, right? Like everything is about angles. He's wearing a tighter shirt here. He's still a big dude. He's standing next to Emily Blunt. Like he's still clearly a big guy. Like I just think that this photo totally took things out of context to how The Rock is really looking right now because the shirt is so baggy, right? And it does make his head look like 6 times bigger than his upper body. It's just not probably the best look for him. You see him in a tighter shirt here. He still looks pretty big. He's still going to be pretty big. But if we scroll down to the bottom of this article, you can see he's doing a combination of basically like a bro split with some evening MMA training. And so in order to keep up with this, what he's eating is one thing. What he's taking is probably something else. But it's a pretty standard workout. And I'm interested to see how well he does in the movie because to be in a fighting movie like this, And to make the role look good, you have to train MMA. Like, you just have to do it. And so I tried looking online. I didn't see a lot of video footage of his MMA training out there, or else I would have played it here for you guys. But I'd be interested to see what that looks like. Maybe they'll release more of it once the movie comes out. Maybe what they're probably doing strategy-wise is, if you want to see how The Rock fights MMA, you have to go see the movie. We're not just going to show you all the footage you did for training. You know, maybe they do a DVD release and they have the training footage in there. But regardless, if you guys are looking for a new workout program to take your training to the next level, all you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen right here, and you can try any of my muscle building programs for free. And then after the first 7 days, my website, it's only $10 a month. It gives you access to all of my 12-week programs, my custom meal planner, as well as my database of over 900 exercise and routine tutorials. But what's so good about my programs too, guys, check out my push-pull legs here, right? Every single program comes with a full calendar. Every single workout is a follow-along workout that teaches you exactly what to do, teaches you proper form, how to do your sets, how to do your reps, everything. And this push-pull legs program that I have also contains some circuits that you can do at home if you can't make it to the gym. And it scales the intensity, right? Month 1, you're just doing push-pull legs once a week. By month 2, you're able to do push-pull legs twice a week. So you're hitting the gym effectively 6 times a week, right? So if you're a bit of a more advanced athlete, you can jump into month 2 right away and start hitting these workouts. And again, every single program comes with tutorials on how to do all of the exercises, photos, videos, downloadable PDFs, calendars, everything you need in order to make gains. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll have to wait and see how well The Rock does in the Smashing Machine. I will probably see the movie, but guys, you're gonna start seeing a lot of these big dudes deflating. Now that they're in their 50s, they're probably taking their health a bit more serious because they want to live past probably 60, right? So sure, did The Rock lose a lot of weight? Yeah. I think everyone's just kind of over-sensationalizing the difference in these two photos. He is smaller. Will he eventually bulk back up? I mean, it remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, he needs to reinvent himself, and this is probably a good step forward for him.